Sheffield Steelers back on home ice at the Motorpoint Arena. The Coventry Blaze were in town. Have a guess who they've signed. Jim Jorgensen, who spent a season with the Steelers. Sykes Lawn Turf were our sponsors. The two boys, Ben and Daniel Norton, were the two mascots. Steelers had some new faces in town. Thomas Petriska, who flew in from Austria that day, and replacing Frank Doyle, Josh Unis would get the start. The former third-round pick of Chicago left his team in Slovakia some time ago, hadn't played for a while, but he led the Steelers out. And the Coventry Blaze tried to get as much rubber on Unis as early as possible. Obviously he would be nervous, first game in a while. But Unis kicked away the first piece of rubber that came at him, Sescon's shot. But then Unis wasn't helped much by Gord Baldwin. Inch perfect pass to Stephen Gertson, just a year too late. Gertson to Tendler, and Tendler shoots and scores. The Blaze were one up. It's one that Unis had won back, but in all fairness, it wasn't helped. Simple giveaway, turnover, Gertson to Tendler, shoots, drops behind him, scores. Blaze one up at 2:15. You'll see it again. You'll also see how close Unis was to getting this and how disappointed he'll be. He didn't get all of it. 13th of the season for Jeremy Tendler. Steelers, though, went back the other way and started throwing pucks at Stewart. Stewart was doing his old one-man show routine. He was outstanding all night. Another great save, that time from Mosienko. Penalty on the cards here. Watch Stephen Gertson and Matthew Waugh. First time it doesn't look a penalty, but you just rewind this back and have a second look and see what Gertson does. Just moves the feet from under Waugh. Definitely a penalty. Gertson goes to the box. Steelers on their first power play of the night. Forney tries to get things going. It's a little static early doors, but then all of a sudden it just clicks into gear. And Forney and Waugh. He finds O'Connor and a one-time blast from Cullen Eddy. Stewart got a bit of it, as you'll see on the replay, but Eddy shoots and scores. And at 16:21, the Steelers tied one apiece. O'Connor and Waugh would pick up the assists. But you'll see here, follow the puck. He gets the slightest of deflections. Stewart looks like he's got it, but he hasn't. Steelers tie it one apiece. Steelers would come again. Jonathan Phillips. Turnover. Ross Venus down the left-hand side. And all of a sudden Josh Unis was seeing it. Just like as big as a pizza. Didn't take him long. And Venus, his shot was a good one. But Unis, well, he was fully in the swing of things now. And it'll be a pretty long time before he concede again. In fact, whenever you're watching this, he still hasn't. Steelers would come. Second period. Stewart again. One save. Two saves. Melee. Of course, Tanaka in the middle of it. But Stewart was providing just an irresistible wall for the Coventry Blaze. Third period, more chances. Waugh shovels one. Forney. Just wasn't going in. And the clock was counting down. Still 1-1. Stewart was a brick wall. Final shift of the game. Face-off win for the Steelers. Keep your eye on Legui. Shot comes through. It's everywhere. And somehow Legui gets to it. On the line. And it just clips the blocker of Stewart. And goes into the back of the net. Referee Dean Smith sees a perfectly good goal. Steelers win it with just 3 seconds remaining. Incredible scenes. You have to feel for Stewart. He'd done absolutely everything for 59 minutes and 57 seconds. And just watch how this puck eventually goes in as well. Legui gets to it, but look where the puck is when Legui gets to it. It's impossible to score from there, and it just clips. A single lies on top of Stewart. Stewart's blocker just tips it in. You'll see it better from this angle. Just again, impossible to score from there. The puck is actually on the line. It needs a deflection. Single all over his goalie. And he pushes the blocker back. Here's how Jeff Legui caused or picked up his injury. He's celebrating, he's celebrating, he's celebrating. And in comes the flying Ben O'Connor. Crushes him. And that's why Jeff Legui has got a bus lip at the moment. Who cared? Legui was the hero of the night. The Steelers win this one 2-1. with just 3 seconds left. How big was that goal? Well, I'll tell you how big it was. The Sheffield Steelers would go on to win 6 in Cardiff the night after. The confidence returned. Stewart was the man of the match of the Coventry Blaze. He was miffed, he was angry, who wouldn't be? But what a performance again by the starting goalie of Coventry. Jeff Legui, who else? Cometh the man, cometh the moment, cometh the hour. Jeff Legui gets that game winner. Again, Sykes Lawn Turf presenting the Man of the Match awards. A 2-1 victory then for the Sheffield Steelers as Jeff Legui did his first Eddie. Hasn't kind of bought into the Eddie yet, has he? I'm sure there'll be more to come from the Steelers number 12. As we say, the Steelers then went on. That man Josh Unis got his first Steelers shutout on Sunday in Cardiff, and the Steelers record a 4-point weekend. Let's speak with head coach Gerad Adams.
Gee, nervous times, but the Steelers played well, but they were kind of almost just waiting for that sneaky one, and they got one just at the end. Is it a turning point?
Yeah, it should be. I thought we played extremely well all night. I thought we dominated the hockey game. I didn't think we were ever really in any danger. We had numerous chances to score. Sometimes when you're in a little bit of a rut, that's what happens, is you need to get kind of what some would call an ugly win, and we were able to stick with it and get rewarded with 3 seconds to go, but we deserve the win.
A greasy one. It was Jeff Legui, and of course, cometh the man, cometh the moment. I guess he was brought in to moments like that.
Yeah, he is. He's brought in, to produce and score goals. I think, I like to look at him at center and Tyler Mosienko on left wing with Robert Dowd. I like the look of that. So it was good. It was good for those guys to get a reward. I thought they created a number of chances.
You did swap the lines around a little bit out of necessity with guys being out of the lineup, but just talk us through that, because that's a big decision to move Mosienko out of the middle.
Well, I think it's just look to refresh refresh the whole group, refresh a few players, get Tyler a new role that can, sometimes rejuvenate guys and take a little wear and tear off them, and, get Jeff in there who's full of energy right now. And the whole roster has been shuffled from 7 days ago where we were. So I think it was just a little bit of a refreshment, get guys energized, and a little bit of refocus.
Talk to us about the two new fellas as well and how you thought they played tonight. It was a baptism of fire, especially for Thomas. He'd only been here an hour and a half before face-off.
I mean, it's tough for these guys. I mean, Josh too, he landed at 8:30 in the morning. He trained that day and to play tonight. And, start on Josh. I mean, it's really good. It'd be quite easy to give up that early goal the way it went in. I'm sure, you might like that one back, but he stayed really composed throughout the game, and, that's what we needed. The confidence comes from the goaltender. And Thomas, I think, will just get better and better. I mean, the guy stepped off an airplane, and we went over, our systems and guidelines in about 3 minutes before he was ready to go on the ice. So, there's more to come from those guys.
Let's start with Josh. What do you see from him? What type of goalie do you think he is?
I can hear him talking a lot, which is good, and he seems to be very kind of calm in his motions, and his puck handling, was good at times tonight, which we needed, and, he's just a consistent butterfly goalie, and, I think he's going to give us chances to win hockey games.
Scoring goals, I know if we all had the answers to this, it would be a simple game, but we are playing well against teams not converting those chances. What was going through your mind in the second period, and then the third, as it looked like it was going to overtime? What were your thoughts?
I was starting to swear internally a little bit, wondering when the goal was going to come. I don't think it was a matter of if it was going to come, it was when it was going to come. And, the amount of quality shots that we put on net, with people near the net, I think we get a little bit too cute at times. But that comes with confidence too. Sometimes when, you got the shot and you're not, quite feeling it or confident, you'll look to pass it off. But I think, with, getting some wins, getting some confidence, and getting guys in those positions again, the puck will go in the net. It's only a matter of time. The guys are too skilled not to be scoring goals.
And what was your reaction when Jeff did put it home with 3 seconds left? Was it one of relief, excitement, what?
Me and Neil Abel just looked at each other and burst out laughing because, again, it was just, we were wondering, like, what else do we have to do to put the puck in the net? And, it was just, it was joy, and it was just a good feeling to be around the players. They were so happy and excited too. So it's, it's they put the effort in, and just to feel kind of what they're feeling is a pretty cool thing.